Have you ever felt like you deserved more? More recognition, more power, more respect? It's a very human feeling, but what happens when that desire turns into rebellion against the very order set by God? Today, we're diving into a powerful and frankly terrifying story from the book of Numbers. It's the story of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, a rebellion so severe it literally caused the earth to open up. Imagine this. The Israelites are in the desert, led by Moses and Aaron. It's a tough journey, full of challenges. Among the leaders are Korah, a Levite, along with Dathan and Abiram. They look at Moses and his brother Aaron, and a seed of envy begins to grow. They started whispering among themselves, "Why do Moses and Aaron get to be in charge? Aren't we all God's holy people? We're just as good as they are. We deserve that same honor." This wasn't just a quiet thought. It became a movement. Korah, Dathan, and Abiram gathered 250 other well-known leaders, men of renown, to join their cause. Together, they marched up to Moses and Aaron and confronted them. They accused them of exalting themselves above everyone else. "You've gone too far," they shouted. "The whole community is holy, every one of them, and the Lord is with them. Why then do you set yourselves above the Lord's assembly?" Their words were dripping with pride. They twisted the truth, claiming a false sense of equality to justify their ambition. They weren't seeking to serve God. They were seeking to serve themselves. They had forgotten that Moses and Aaron didn't choose their positions. God did. Their rebellion wasn't just against two men. It was a direct challenge to God's authority. When Moses heard this, he fell on his face. He was heartbroken and knew the grave danger these men were in. He didn't fight back with anger. Instead, he turned to God and proposed a test. He told Korah and his followers, "Tomorrow morning, the Lord will show who belongs to him. You and all your followers take censers, put fire and incense in them, and present them before the Lord. The man the Lord chooses will be the one who is holy. You Levites have gone too far." Moses then tried to reason with them, especially Korah. He reminded him of the special privilege God had already given the Levites to serve in the tabernacle, close to his presence. But it wasn't enough for Korah. He wanted the priesthood to a role reserved for Aaron and his descendants. Moses looked at them and said, "Is it because you rebel against Aaron that you have gathered together against the Lord?" He also sent for Dathan and Abiram, but they refused to come. Their response was filled with defiance and bitterness. "Isn't it enough that you brought us up out of a land flowing with milk and honey to kill us in the wilderness, and now you also want to lord it over us? We will not come." They even accused Moses of failing to lead them to the promised land, twisting their own disobedience into his failure. The next day, the stage was set for a divine showdown. Korah gathered all his followers at the entrance to the tent of meeting, ready to offer incense in defiance of God's command. The glory of the Lord appeared to the entire assembly. God's voice thundered to Moses and Aaron, "Separate yourselves from this assembly so I can put an end to them at once." But Moses and Aaron, in a moment of incredible compassion, fell on their faces again and pleaded for the people. "Oh God," they cried, "the God who gives breath to all life, will you be angry with the entire assembly when only one man sins?" They interceded for the very people who had just accused them. God listened. He commanded Moses to tell the assembly to move away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. The people scrambled back, creating a clear, empty space around the rebels' homes. Then Dathan and Abiram came out and stood defiantly at the entrance of their tents with their wives, sons, and little children, a truly chilling scene. Moses then addressed the crowd. He declared that God himself would now provide a sign. "This is how you will know that the Lord has sent me to do all these things and that it was not my idea. If these men die a natural death, then the Lord has not sent me. But if the Lord brings about something totally new, and the earth opens its mouth and swallows them, with everything that belongs to them, and they go down alive into the grave, then you will know that these men have treated the Lord with contempt." As soon as he finished speaking, the ground beneath them began to shake violently. A massive chasm ripped open in the earth. Korah, Dathan, Abiram, and their entire households, everything they owned, were swallowed whole. The ground closed up over them, and they were gone, vanished from the assembly in an instant. At the same time, fire blazed forth from the Lord and consumed the 250 men who were offering incense. The rest of the Israelites screamed in terror and fled, crying, "The earth will swallow us too." The message was brutally clear. Pride, envy, and rebellion against God's chosen authority lead to swift and complete destruction. It's a stark reminder that God's judgment is real. It is just, and it cannot be trifled with. This story isn't just ancient history. It's a timeless warning about the poison of pride and the importance of humility before God. Thanks for watching. If this story impacted you, please like the video and subscribe for more deep dives into the powerful stories of the Bible. See you next time.